every SummerSlam if the main event was the WWE champion versus the runner-up of the King of the Ring. So in other words, if the runner-up ended up winning King of the Ring that year, what would the main event be if that was a scenario? 1988, Randy Savage versus Randy Savage. That's a lot of cocaine. A lot of cocaine in that match. 1989, Hulk Hogan versus Rick Martel. Yeah, sorry, Ricky. I don't care how much juice you have in that little spray. What am I doing with my hands here? I don't like it. Stop doing this. Stop. Stop it. Rick Martel's not beating Hogan in the 80s. Sorry, buddy. 1991, Hulk Hogan versus Erwin R. Shyster. Yeah, again, this era of Hogan. Hope IRS has his taxes filed jointly because he needs a joint if he thinks he's... I don't know. I don't know. 1993, Yokozuna versus Bam Bam Bigelow. I know people like the meat slapping nowadays, but this match is, this is grade A Wagyu. 1994, Bret Hart versus Razor Ramon. No shot this would be as good as the actual 94 SummerSlam cage match between Bret and Owen. But this would be a dandy of a matchup. Two of the bright spots of 94. Maybe two of the only bright spots in WWF. 1995, Diesel versus Savio Vega. Now, right out the gate, you might be assuming that Diesel would just obliterate this man. But what if it was a Caribbean strap match? Huh? Never thought about that, did ya? He's unbeaten, this Savio. He's going to kick your butt. Every fucking Savio promo. 1996, Shawn Michaels versus Jake the Snake Roberts. Sidebar, my wife recently just found out about Jake the Snake Roberts. And I said, you know why they call him the Snake? And she looks me dead in the eyes and is like, his penis? What? Ma'am? Maybe. I guess, is it all a euphemism? And I just haven't caught on to it, and she did. That's not impossible, I guess. 1997, The Undertaker versus Mankind. Can't go wrong. 97, Taker, Mankind. That's all reliable for the World Wrestling Federation. So I'm all about it. They had a boiler room brawl, a buried alive, a Hell in a Cell. Maybe let's make this also a Caribbean strap match. Why not? 1998, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. This is just a wacky scenario. I don't think these guys would ever have a good match, but unless it was a Caribbean strap match. 1999, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus X-Pac. This would actually kind of slap. Did these guys actually ever wrestle during this time period? They were always around, but I can't remember them crossing paths. Would love to see this. Would love to see this match, especially if it was a Caribbean. 2000, The Rock versus Rikishi. He did it for The Rock, but did The Rock do it for Rikishi? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. 2001, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kurt Angle. Well, this did end up happening, as a matter of fact. By the way, it's a match I don't hear about a lot. Maybe it's because it had a DQ finish. But this is genuinely one of the best matches of all time. Definitely top 3 for Stone Cold. And it's up there for Kurt Angle. If you haven't watched this match ever, or if you haven't watched it in a while, check it out. Kurt versus Austin at SummerSlam 01. It's a dandy. It's one of those matches where you start watching it and you end up naked. 2002, The Rock versus Rob Van Dam. Yeah. Put this one right into my veins. 2002 RVD, 2002 Rock. They're primes physically, probably, right? Daddy choked me. I like this one. 2006 Edge versus Bob Lashley. I guess this is probably Is it weird to say that I think this match would be better today than in 2006? I don't know. 2008 Triple H versus CM Punk. Yeah. I like this one. Triple H would just wipe the floor with CM Punk in this era. 08 Triple H, ain't nobody beating him. CM Punk, he really hadn't hit his stride yet, so I'd be interested to see it, but they'd probably I don't know. It's '08 CM Punk, so it's probably not the main event. You know what I'm saying? So 2010, Sheamus versus John Morrison. This seems like, in hindsight, just like a throwaway main event match. But in 2010, both guys were pretty hot at this point. So this would have been fun, actually. This under the radar, this would have slapped my nipples off of my chest. Like, it would have been very good. It's definitely Morrison's peak. That's for sure. Sheamus has just been awesome his whole career, so he doesn't have peaks. He's just one rolling, what's the opposite of a peak? A plane? 2015, Seth Rollins versus Neville. Yeah. Tremendous Raw match that they had around this time period. So put them in the main event of SummerSlam. This would steal any show in the country. Give it to me. Give me what I want. 2019, Kofi Kingston versus Chad Gable. Is this Shorty G, Chad? If they're not actually calling him Shorty G at this point, it's kind of Shorty G. You know, I think he's still wrestling in the shorts and the fucking the Space Jam tank top. I mean, it would have been a good match. I mean, Kofi Kingston, Chad Gable, yeah, any day of the week. The thought of this being a SummerSlam main event, though, is kind of funny. It just makes me chortle a little bit, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. 2021, Bob Lashley versus Finn Balor. You know, I kind of did like their WrestleMania 35 match. I know it was kind of a squash with the Demon and Bobby Lashley's weird eye contacts, but these guys have some sort of chemistry with each other that I enjoy. So this might have been pretty good, especially in 2021. Bobby Lashley was red hot. This would have been a sight to see. I like it. I like it. In 2024, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I mean, this match is probably never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even worth speculating about. You know what I'm saying? Randy Orton, he's around, but he's definitely not beating Cody Rhodes for the WWE title soon. That's definitely not going to happen.